Kathrikai Puli Kozhambu, and it's my favorite. I've taken about 8 to 10 eggplants. These are mini eggplants, and I'm going to cut them from the bottom side. We'll keep the crown, but we'll slit it from the bottom side and make sure you don't cut it all the way through. This dish requires a generous portion of oil, and we are going to only use sesame seed oil. That's when it will taste the best. I've just added about 4 to 5 tablespoons of sesame seed oil, and I'm going to roast these eggplants till they are about half done. The rest of the half of it will cook with the gravy. Growing up, the eggplants were never my favorite. I used to find them looking like leeches, but now it has become my all-time favorite, especially in preparation like these. So make sure you roast them till they look like this and take it out. Since I've added enough oil at the beginning, after removing the eggplant, now I'm going to prepare the gravy. I've added about 12 shallots. These are sambar onions which we get frozen here, so I've just used that, and I'm going to roast them along with about a handful of garlic cloves. These are about 10, and to this I'm going to add a little bit of salt so the onions cook down, but roast it patiently till it's nice and golden. It took me about 7 to 8 minutes, and the shallots have roasted well. I'm adding about 6 baby chilies. These are just the chilies for color specifically, and we'll add it to this and roast it till the chilies are roasted. I'm also adding about 3 medium-sized tomatoes. Just cut them in quarters and add it, because at the end we're going to grind everything together. The gas flame is on medium. Try not to do this on a high heat, otherwise the vegetables won't roast well. I'm adding a 1-inch piece of ginger which is already crushed. I have had this frozen, so I'm just adding in here. It'll thaw and roast. So give yourself about 5 minutes to roast all of this together, and now I'm going to add some dry spices. Before that, a tablespoonful of cumin seeds, a tablespoonful of peppercorns, black pepper, and along with this, a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, whole coriander seeds, and roast it well. Now the most important ingredient here is coconut. I'm adding a 1 full cup of frozen coconut. It'll thaw in the heat of this kadai, and along with this I'm going to add Kozhambu molaga podi. This I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons full. Once everything looks the way it is shown here, take it all out in your mixie jar, and I'm going to make a fine paste out of this. Again in the kadai, I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of sesame seed oil. Now I'm making a large batch to share with friends and family. Here goes a teaspoon each of mustard seeds, urad dal and methi goes in here. Once it's well roasted, the urad dal must be nice and golden. I'm going to add a dash of hing first, roast it just for a few seconds, and then I will add some shallots, about 6 shallots which I've just split in 4, and I'm going to add it in here and roast it well. After about a minute or two, add the ground paste to this shallots, and now the flame should be on a medium, and I'm also going to add about 2 cups of water to my mixie jar, rinse out all the masala and pour it in here. Nothing goes wasted. Since we roasted the onions, garlic, the tomatoes very well, you will see that the masala will not stick to the kadai. It is very important in the earlier stage, or when you're roasting the vegetables, you should have patience. Don't do it on high heat and roast it well. Now I'm adding salt for the gravy. I've added about 2.5 teaspoons. Now this is a large batch, and mix it well. Here I've added 2 tablespoons of tamarind pulp, and I've diluted it with about a cup of water, and I'm going to pour it in here. This I'm doing after the gravy has come to a rolling boil. So make sure on that. Now keep the flame on medium-low. Let it boil till the oil separates. As it comes to a rolling boil, do your taste test. The gravy should be a tad bit salty and well spiced. Now that is because we've still not added the eggplants. The salt is being added for the eggplants as well. This is the scene of lunch on a weekend in my house. There is rice cooking on one side, there is a vegetable cooking on the other side, and this special gravy is being prepared for a Saturday lunch. Once you see the oil separating on top like this, add the eggplants which we roasted and kept. Mix it well, and if you need to add a little bit more water because the eggplants will absorb a little bit of this gravy, so add about a cup of water extra and let it come to a nice and rolling boil. The eggplants are not fully cooked yet, so allow this gravy to cook for at least 10 to 12 minutes. You can cover and cook it, and then we'll check. The gravy is looking excellent. It is looking luscious. The oil is separated. The eggplants are fully cooked. And now I'm going to just top it up with some curry leaf and a drizzle of sesame seed oil. Let's serve it up. Hot rice, a drizzle of ghee or sesame seed oil. I prefer sesame seed oil, but for kids it's ghee always. A side of vegetable. Today it was cabbage curry, and lots of gravy and 2 eggplants to go with it. Serve with some chips and enjoy your weekend. Give this recipe a try. Like and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Let me know how this turned out for you.